everyone. I'm back and going to show you how I practice for super jump in a game. In a game can be quite hectic. It's much different than a training area where it's nice and peaceful. The bots go in a set, path, and we are going to create a custom game that you can practice your jumps in. I already have it in one of my presets as jump practice, but I'll show you how to set it up from scratch. Now for maps, I would prefer to do, modes. I prefer to do skirmish, and the reason being is these regular game modes are quick. They're timed. You need to get the objectives in a certain amount of time, and it doesn't always give you enough time to practice. So I guess I always have to have something selected in order for it to work. So I have skirmish, yes, and I am going to do game mode start immediately, so I don't have to wait for people to join or whatnot. I'm going to have bots with me, so it should start anyway, but if you don't want to use all the bots, then you can just do immediately. Next setting that we're going to is heroes. We're going to all, and I want to be able to spam my abilities as much as possible so that I can learn it. I don't want to wait for the cooldown every time. This is just me. This is how I learned how to do Moira jumps up walls, is I turn the ability cooldown timer down to 0 so I can just spam all my abilities. For this section here, I'm going to make it so the bots don't do damage and they have infinite health and they can just run around. It's going to be somewhat distracting having the abilities going off all the time, and I'll show you in a second. But I'm going to make damage dealt and damage received 0, healing dealt and healing received up, health up, leave the jump speed, everything else should be same. And I believe that is all I change. So I'm going to go back, and this will make it so nobody dies and you can use all your abilities. It's going to be a little ridiculous. Now, I don't know if I want to go to Paris. Let's see, what is a good map? I've done this on a couple of different maps, and the ones that have a lot of enclosures are kind of hard to practice on because then super jumping into a ceiling is not fun. We are going to do... I guess there's no Anubis skirmish. I wanted to do Anubis. Maybe Blizzard World will work. Oh, Temple of Anubis. There we go. Temple, of course. And we're going to fill this up with AI. So the AI that we're going to use, and this is just my recommendation. You can use recommended. It'll fill it up with like Lucio, Anna, Roadhog, McCree, something. Usually. Now, I avoid. Anna will put you to sleep, especially with ability cooldowns at 0. Bastion will boop, or Lucio will boop you. McCree will stun you. May will freeze you. Roadhog will hook you. Sombra will hack you. It gets chaotic. Now, the ones that I like to practice on, Lucio's kind of fast, so he's hard to practice super jump on. I would do either Zarya or Soldier. I usually do Soldier if you want something very chaotic. I do Zarya if I want... Let's try it this way. We'll do Team 1 will be Zarya. And then we will do Team 2 will be Soldier. And you'll see why Soldier gets hectic. Zarya will probably be hectic too. I haven't used her that much. And we'll enter game. Now you're gonna have to wait for them to run into each other. Otherwise, you'll just be kind of roaming around, and it'll be hard to practice your super jumps. When they meet each other and they start pretending to fight each other, that's when it gets fun. Of course, this is where they meet. So as you see, Soldier has a million helix rockets. And the Zaryas are just getting booped around everywhere. So am I. And this is a good place to practice. I kind of wish that we were a little bit more out here in this area. Maybe we can get them to chase us. Come here. Come here. Out into the open where there's like high places. And then you can practice your super jump. You can see how high you can get. And practice. Oh. You can even do it while they're going on stairs. Stay out here. No. Oh, the Zaryas are running away. Down and up. Practice your super jump. Now, I have heard that you have to come to a complete stop in order for your super jump to work properly, so I'm not sure if you can do it while running forward while pressing the W button. We'll try it. Oh, try it on this one. Get it a little further. Yeah, I slingshotted, so just don't go up as high if you're kind of moving or coming out of a move. You can do it from minimal distance. You can practice your slingshotting. You can practice reverse jumping. So you put your beam target so it's directly behind you. Or, oh, go down and up. Oh, that was a sideways one, but it still worked. Basically blind jumping. Oh, I didn't crouch, so I knew that was going to fail. Not pushing it at the same time. Just not looking while jumping, and this is how I practice by myself before I actually do it in games so that I feel more comfortable with it. Oops. And I jumped too early. Jumped too late. But you can see how it's somewhat chaotic. You're getting booped around by the helix rockets and the Zarya blasts and whatnot, and you can still practice your super jump in somewhat of a fighting scenario. And of course, if on the other team, and here, I'll move away from them so that it's easier to hear. I hope I have the game turned down enough so that you can hear. But if they have a Widow that's decent, a Hanzo, Soldier, McCree, anybody who can clip you in the air fairly accurately, you probably don't want to super jump. You want to do the horizontal jumps and whatnot and stay out of their line of sight. Occasionally a really confident Junkrat will come at you if you're super jumped, because falling down is such a consistent trajectory that it's easy for decent, not even like really good Widows or Ashes or Soldiers or McCrees or any, not even really good ones, they can still track your motion down. So I hope that this helps, and if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope you'll subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Have a great day.